Hi, everybody. It's Diane Neto living in Barrie. I want to talk a little bit about the Ford government Ontario housing bill and some of the things they're proposing. A lot of it's just a smokescreen, just so people know. I have developers that are developing right now and trying to build, and the municipalities are still in control. So, the allocation of usage of land where, they were saying that they couldn't inhibit if you wanted a two multifamily house and changing the zoning and stuff like that. Those kind of things, there is the municipalities, and I've watched a couple Barrie council meetings. The municipalities understand that, they're supposed to be providing and making it easier in the zoning side of things. But as far as development fees in Barrie, I think they're almost $100,000 on a vacant lot, and the requirements to build, the building permits. I know people that are into it at a year and a half now, almost 2 years on properties that, like, the house was demolished a year ago, and it's just been sitting there with all different requirements. And then you do the requirements, and then they say, oh, but we need you to do this too, and you need to change this, and you need to change that, and then resubmit. And it's a big ongoing process that is not fast at all, and it's not streamlined at all. The municipalities are still controlling all of that. So what Doug Ford is saying is crap, basically. So even if you look at the newest thing that was released on April 10th, that the bill makes two changes. They will eliminate parking minimums on developments near major transit stations, allowing home builders to decide whether to build spaces for vehicles, and if so, how many. The decision would be based on market needs and apply to developments near well-trafficked transit corridors. Okay, people, I'm going to stop the share there for a second. How many high traffic near transit corridors do you know that have land that's available to build on? Let's be real. There isn't any. Anything where there's a big like public transit and a high density where you don't need a vehicle. So I can build a sixplex with no parking spots because they don't need vehicles. Those areas are all built up. There's nowhere to build there. Like, even in the city of Barrie, the building lots are so limited. They annexed part of Innisfil to get lots so they could build more houses and get more taxes because there isn't any. So that smokescreen. The other big ones, so these are the two big ones that they're introducing, will also exempt publicly assisted universities from the Planning Act in an effort to get more student housing built. The exemptions would apply to both university or college campuses, as well as any other land the post-secondary institution owns. All right. Again, so it's land that the university already owns to put student housing on, that it's just going to make the process a little bit easier for them. So now it's student housing, so it's not really helping the general population. And the government, the federal government, is already stated that they're going to stop international students. So again, doesn't really help the problem, isn't really addressing the problem, and isn't going to do a damn thing about the housing crisis, right? Smokescreen to make you look like they're doing something. That's what's happening here. So there's a lot of other little things, but the government will make changes to the responsibilities of upper tier municipalities when it comes to planning, with changes going into effect in Peel, Halton, and York regions as of July 1st. On this date, the primary responsibility for planning will be moved to individual municipalities within the region. like municipal governments any better. Allowing municipalities to give notice of new planning applications and development charge matters on their website in the event that no local newspaper is available. That does absolutely nothing at all. Reduce costs and delays at the Ontario Land Tribunal by reducing third-party appeals to those made by a key partner. Developers can also apply if a municipality refuses an application outside of the Greenbelt area. Like, none of this stuff is going to actually help anything, okay? It isn't. I mean, you're still held up at the municipal and city level. And you can talk to any builder or developer, and I know quite a few, they're held up for years. So if Doug Ford wants to actually do something, or the government want to actually do something, they really need to get inside of the municipal governments and the city governments that are approving these applications and have timelines and have some kind of policing on, you know, something has to be processed and a permit needs to be processed within 6 months. Something, because the way that it is now, nobody wants to build, nobody wants to develop. The costs are so high, you're tied up forever, and the requirements are ridiculous. If you like my stuff, hit the like, subscribe, drop me a comment if there's something you'd like me to talk about, and enjoy your day.